This is an interview conducted by the Earlville Historical Society. We were talking to some of the residents of Earlville this morning about their recollections and things they remember about Earlville and days gone by. My name's Kenneth Stockley, and Melvin Mitchell is doing the honors as cameraman. The date is March 7th, 1987, and we're in the home of Herb Cook. Herb and Luella Cook farmed in the Earlville area for many years, and they retired a few years ago and moved to their present address. What is the address of this?
You mean the street?
Where you live right now?
Chestnut's 205.
205
Chestnut.
205 Chestnut.
Yeah.
Oh, Herb, I'd like to ask you about when you were born. You know about the year? Can you tell me about the year you were born somewhere?
No, 1903, November 15th.
1903. So that'd make you, well, you're over 80. I know that.
83. 83 last November.
83. That's
Old enough to die, yeah.
You're doing well. Oh, not for quite a while. From the looks of you, you're doing pretty well, Herb. I don't think you worry about that for a while. We were just talking a while ago where you were born in your home place.
Meriden Township.
It's Meriden Township out
where that house is.
Northwest Earlville.
All three of my sisters were born in that house.
In that house, same house. And it's your dad's name was
home
what?
place, Carol Cook.
Carol Cook,
yeah.
And it's out there.
2.5 miles from Earlville.
2.5 miles northwest, yeah. Because Dave Englehart lives next place west of that. And who lives in that house now, where was your home place?
Kenneth Brister's boy, what's his name?
Oh, one of the Bidstrip's boy?
Yeah.
Kenny's boy. Well, Kenny lived
farms
there. He lived there for quite a while too.
Yeah, they lived there too.
Yeah, yeah. And you went to, you must have went to country grade school then.
Yeah, I went to Dinsmore School.
Did you go to Dinsmore School?
5
Well, that's
years.
where I went to Dinsmore School.
I was director when he was at school.
That's right. I went to the Dinsmore School too.
Our two daughters went there too.
We're schoolmates. That's right.
I went there 5 years. You know,
there?
It wasn't enough to keep the school open. Then I had to start in town in 6th grade.
Well, you mean they closed the Dinsmore
School
School
for a while?
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there wasn't enough to keep it open.
I didn't know that.
I started in the 6th grade in town.
Dinsmore, it had a district number.
And then they opened it up again. They got nothing.
District 271 or something like that. I think it was. Remember, it had a district number on the.
Schoolhouse is still there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Well, you went there 5 years, and then you came to town.
Yeah.
And then did you go back to grade school then at the Dinsmore School, or did you just go on to high school?
No, I went right on. They never opened it again until later.
So you finished high school here then?
Yeah.
Now, what year did you about get through with high school then?
Well, I graduated in 22.
22. You're the class of 22.
Yeah. Same as Beatrice.
Oh, that's right. I was going to ask you who some of the other classmates were.
Beatrice was right.
Beatrice.
Harold Tarman.
Beatrice Whitaker Huff.
There was only 5 boys.
Only 5 boys.
Ralph Duffy and Fred Welch and
Harold Tarman.
Harold Tarman and Ellis Greer.
Ellis Greer. Well, and the rest were girls in the class.
Yeah, 12 girls.
12 girls and
5 boys.
Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good ratio. That's not too bad. Did you kind of go back and forth from home to high school? I mean,
well, my
did you
folks
live in
moved
town?
to town when I was in 8th grade.
Oh, your folks moved to town. Okay. I was going to ask you if you
No,
how you got back and forth.
I had to drive a horse for 2 years there.
Yeah, you would have had horse and buggy.
That barn there where the new bank is.
Oh, and the old livery barn. Yeah.
Put in there.
Did you ride a horse or drive a horse and
No,
buggy?
I drove a horse and buggy. No, I never rode.
When you came out from the country.
I also rode a bicycle.
Yeah. Did you you lived in town with your folks then until you graduated from high school?
Yeah.
And then what? Did you start farming right away then, or what?
Yeah, the next year.
You started farming the next year, right after you got out of high school?
Yeah, 23.
Oh, and where'd you start farming then?
Milan Township, DeKalb. It's 6 miles southeast of Malta.
Milan Township, DeKalb.
Yeah. My father had a farm up there.
6 miles southeast of Malta. Oh, how big a farm was that?
That was only 84 acres.
84 acres. Now, you weren't married then?
No.
No.
Just farmed 2 years there. And Then I moved to northwestern Earlville.
And you moved out to the home place
Yeah,
then?
160.
160 there. Now when did you get married?
1929.
29, so you'd farmed a few years.
Yeah.
Well, you got married while things were still pretty good, but the Depression was right about soon after.
Right
that, wasn't
afterward.
it? Yeah. And just for the record, what was your wife's name and her maiden name?
Luella Watts.
Luella Watts. She was a Watts. Yeah.
We were married down there in the yard there at the Watts place.
Oh, you were south of town here?
Yeah.
You were married in the yard?
Married out in the yard.
Oh, had an outdoor wedding, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it must have been in the summertime.
Yeah, June 15th.
Yeah, June 15th. Well, you at least you remember your anniversary. Sometimes I don't remember my anniversary.
Oh, my memory's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it is. You had, I know you had, was it 2 girls or 3?
2 daughters.
You had 2 daughters.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Elda and
Dolly.
Dolly.
Yeah.
And they're both around this area yet, are they? Or,
Yeah. Dolly lives here in Earlville and Elda in Leland.
Elda's in Leland, yeah. Dolly married Chuck Todd. Yeah, yeah. Let's see.
Elda married August Smith.
Oh, August Smith. Okay.
He was from Dundalk.
Yeah. Well, then you farmed at the home place then for quite a few years.
18 years, but I farmed 80 acres. I farmed 80 acres 2 years. I farmed 162 years, and then I farmed 240 acres for 16 years.
Oh, well then.
Farmed Mickey's land there.
All the time, all out there.
Yeah.
And then when did you move out southeast of town? Because I remember
1943.
you were living out there when I
13 years we lived down there.
I remember you were living there when I started farming, or before then.
Yeah, yeah. Russell was there before you went.
Russell before me, and you. Yeah. That's about when you moved out there. Who did you buy that place from?
Well, I was note holders from the First National Bank.
First National Bank. Someone.
Bought it through Roscoe Inn.
Oh, I see.
First National Bank here.
I see. Yeah. And then you still.
Bought it in 1936.
And you still. Let's see. You don't.
I was still farming.
Did you sell? Did you sell the home place then, or?
No, they did after my folks.
After your folks died,
yeah.
That was sold.
Yeah.
And then now let's see, you've got I know you own this farm out here where you live, and then don't you have another one northwest of town now,
yeah.
Where
Les
Matasius lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 3 different farms there.
That is?
Yeah, part of 3 different farms.
Oh.
200 acres.
Oh, the farms were smaller
Yeah.
in those days, and then you kind of put them.
Yeah, Oliver Lee had 80 acres, and Lehman's had 80 acres, and then Chris Gewer, he had 70, but I only got 40 of it. They had 30 on the south side of the road. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes a nice farm all together that way.
Yeah, it's all together.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about, we want to get into a little bit about the way farming's changed.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking earlier
I
about...
started out farming for $1,000.
For $1,000.
I had 4 good horses, too.
4 good horses. That's what that was your power plant, was the horses, right?
Yeah. There wasn't many tractors in 23.
Well, I don't suppose there was, yeah.
You know, there was a guy shell corn for the Russell tractor. I never saw one before.
Russell tractor?
Russell was the name of it.
Was that like an oil pull or something
Big
like
tractor.
that?
No, just a gasoline tractor.
Gasoline tractor? Huh. Did you, were you in a thrashing run out there then?
Up north there?
Yeah.
You mean where I started?
Yeah, where you started.
Yeah, big thrashing run.
Well, I don't remember if that was the thrashing run that my dad was in. Well,
Yeah, we was in the same run.
Was that in the same
out
one?
here. Same run, you know.
Who had the thrashing machine out there?
Well, Harry Turk did, didn't he? Yeah.
Harry Turk. Now, did he use
That was his second run.
Did he have a steam engine then, or was
No,
it
just a tractor.
Tractor? Yeah. And then,
I did thrash with my folks thrashed with steam engine
oh, you did?
when I was a kid.
When you were a kid earlier?
Charlie Sellers run big steam engine in my folks run. Big run there.
That was when people had a lot of horses, and you needed the oats for horse feed. Really, you needed the straw for bedding, and you needed the hay for horse feed and cow feed.
You know, in '34 I had 70 acres of oats. Cut it all with horses. Got 1,000 bushel. Chinch bug here.
Oh boy, 70 acres.
Yeah, 1,000 bushel oats and 17 loads of bundles.
Well, that's
Blew all the straw in the barn. Hail wasn't much good either that year. It was dry.
that was
34,
part of the kind of along the Depression time too, wasn't it? I mean, it was a bad year economically, and
33 was a bad year before that.
it was dry then, wasn't it? Awful dry.
Awful dry in 34.
I remember that chinch bug year. Didn't the farmers dug trenches along the fields?
Your dad had the state contester, didn't he?
Was it 34 he had that? Or
I think so.
was it along in there, or 34, 35, somewhere in there? He had
Yeah,
the state,
34. His dad had the
state Cornhusker contest.
Cornhusker state contest there.
Yeah.
We got a little more rain over there. My northeast 40 made 40 bushels a day.
Your
We
what?
got a little rain. Northeast 40 on my first place.
Oh, it did?
Then I had Mickey place didn't make only 22.
That was
They only
all,
made 10 bushels a day.
now that was open pollinated corn, right?
Yeah.
Right? And now, did you pick it by hand?
Yeah.
Picked it by hand? Yeah.
I'm a hired man and I walked over to the state contest across the field there.
Walked, it was only about a mile? Or
Yeah,
mile, a little over a mile? Mile over there, yeah.
Figured there'd be so many parks there anyway.
Yeah.
We walked
Yeah.
over to the state contest.
The state,
Or his dad's.
the cornhusking contest in those days was about like the farm progress
It
show.
was
is
quite
it?
a doing. I used to go all over all over the county there too.
Who was the, I was trying to think, excuse me, who the winner, who the best corn picker was.
I don't remember then who was that.
It seems to me there was a Tufty. Was it Theodore
Theodore
Tufty?
Tufty.
Theodore Tufty was one of them that it was
And
awful good.
County contest there at Alfred Lee, the next place. He won the contest there in the county contest there
Yeah, yeah.
at the Atherton place.
I think just vaguely remember that. I think I might have been there. I was pretty small, but I think I remember that.
And the county contest, I think that was the same year the state was up there.
Could have been.
I furnished the wagon there
To pick in?
county contest.
To pick in? Oh, yeah. Did you, when did you, I was going to ask you, when was you remember your first tractor? What did you get?
1937.
What was it?
John Deere A.
John Deere A.
And I bought it new for $990 on steel.
Where'd you get it?
I got it from Bob Widener here in Earlville.
Bob Widener?
I
Yeah.
was going to get an international scene. Charles Danielson was the salesman. He said he couldn't get it. Then I didn't know if he'd get a John Deere or not. But Bob Widener and I went out to Moline there and they let me have one.
And what year was that?
37,
37.
spring of 37.
Now, did that have steel wheels?
Yes, yeah.
Steel wheels.
Yeah.
Did you, narrow front end, I suppose?
Yeah.
Narrow front end. Did you get any implements with it, like a plow or anything?
Yeah, I had to get a plow and a disc.
Got a plow and a disc with it.
Yeah.
So you got the tractor, plow, and a disc.
Yeah.
Probably didn't spend over,
I don't know what the tractor and plow was.
probably
The
not
car was
over,
on the tractor was only $990.
well, probably a couple, 300 more for the rest of it, and you were in business, huh?
You know, if worked that distillate fuel, it was all the way from 7 to 9 cents a gallon.
Distillate?
You had a gallon tank on it, started up with gasoline, see?
Oh, yeah.
And turned it over, got warmed up. turned
Yeah.
on distillate.
It had those petcocks on the side.
Yeah.
You'd
Yeah, I had to open them up to crank it.
you'd open it to release the compression,
Yeah, to
and then
crank it.
you'd
Flywheel.
pull it over with a flywheel. Didn't have a starter, no lights.
No.
Yeah.
We worked till dark. It was a late spring, it was awful wet, see?
That was long enough. We worked till dark. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Never worked the horses any later than that. Why should you work any later?
I hired men. Glenn Hadley worked for me in 33.
Well, Glenn did?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
19 years old, $20 a month.
Hey,
The neighbors wasn't paying only 15.
$20 a month. That
We
was
started the 15th of March. So
That was
after
good.
thrashing, I couldn't afford to keep him after thrashing. Then he came back and picked corn for me.
good pay in those
With a
days,
hand,
too. Yeah. Did you get rid of the horses then right away, or did you still keep the
No, I
horses?
kept some of them
Kept some.
when I traded in for the tractor.
You traded some horses for a tractor?
Yeah, some.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you still had some horses for light jobs, I suppose.
Yeah.
Did you cultivate with the horses still then? Or?
Yeah, I still cultivated a horse for a while.
Yeah. You'd probably haul manure and things like that with them, maybe. I suppose you had some livestock too, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, we had everything then.
What did you have then?
Cattle, milk cows, hogs, chickens, everything. I think that's what they had. It should have them now.
I think maybe you're right. Well,
4-year rotation, didn't buy no fertilizer.
you had
The folks' place I had 160, 40 acres in hay and pasture every year.
that was pretty good,
4-year rotation.
good for the soil, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Then you'd have a place to haul manure, and that's natural fertilizer, and 40 acres corn, 40 acres oats.
Well, I had 80 acres of corn.
Or 80 acres of corn.
Didn't raise beans, yeah.
Corn, oats, and clover. Yeah, that was the rotation.
2 years corn. And
Yeah. No beans in those days.
didn't raise any beans yet.
No.
Then they did later. I don't know what year it did start.
Started raising beans more when we got combines, I think. That was probably the big thing we got us started on beans.
No, I didn't used to raise any soybeans.
No.
I guess the first one we raised for hay.
Yeah, I remember raising some for hay. Yeah. It didn't make too good a hay either, as I remember it.
Well,
It's kind of hard to handle.
Alfred Lee raised some hay there, and you know, he cocked it up in them little cocks, cocked them up green, and made awful good hay. He milked quite a few cows.
Soybeans?
Yeah, soybeans, cocked them up in little,
Oh, like
a lot of handwork.
like shock and oats, kind of? Or?
Well, it just loose, cocked them up with
Oh,
a bar.
loose? Oh.
I said a lot of handwork. I didn't do it.
The trouble with soybeans, I remember, was getting them dried out. It didn't. It was
Well,
they were
he
pretty
cocked
juicy.
them up green there, and they seemed to
They dried out.
keep all right.
Well, I imagine the
Made
cattle.
awful good hay.
Cattle would like them if it was cured good.
He milked quite a few cows, and Alfred Lee lived right in the next place I went.
Did you milk cows too?
I only had 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
But he milked more than that.
What did you do with the extra milk?
Well, we sold the cream then.
Oh, you sold cream.
Separate, we could ship it right on the train here, you know.
Oh,
The train stopped now.
You'd bring it into
5-gallon
town.
can and ship it on the train to Chicago or Galvin.
Would you bring it into town then?
Yeah.
When you get a can full,
Left at depot, yeah.
you'd have to keep it cool, wouldn't you? The
Yeah.
milk, the cream. You had a cream separator. You turn it by
Yeah.
hand, and
Yeah.
Every farm used to have one.
Yeah.
And then you had chickens, I suppose.
Yeah,
Take the eggs to town on Saturday night.
yeah.
Trade for groceries.
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
remember
toward
we
the
did.
last, we had about 250 hens. They used to come out from Chicago when we lived there for less than 10 years. They came
Oh,
out to Chicago, we had about 250 hens. Come out every week and
buy fresh eggs.
got our
right?
eggs.
Yeah.
Took them up to near Chicago.
I suppose
Truck.
people they'd like them better because they were fresher. They knew they knew they were fresh.
You couldn't turn them out though, they didn't want them to have any grass.
Oh, they did.
Keep the yelks white, you know.
Oh, it'd make a difference on the
The
other.
yelks would be darker if they got grass.
Oh,
Hens.
oh,
They wouldn't let them turn them out.
They didn't want that.
Kept them inside all the time.
Huh. Did you ever have any sheep?
No, I never raised any sheep
Never had
in
any
my life.
sheep?
Never had a sheep in my life.
No.
You know, Fremont Farley, that was a big operating down there.
Yeah.
He said you'd have to have so many sheep to make anything. Boy, that was some outfit Fremont running down there.
Well, he never had sheep, did he?
No.
No, he always had lots of
He said
cattle.
it took so darn many to make anything.
Yeah, yeah.
He told me that himself.
He had lots of cattle.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any hogs?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You had hogs.
Yeah, a few. Yeah.
Did,
About 9 broods out there.
did
Most
you?
I ever had.
Where would you sell them? The fat?
Well, you'd ship them to the shipping association.
You'd ship
Bring
them.
to town.
Ship them to Chicago or wherever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they had a shipping association there.
Oh, they did.
Warnie Foster used to run it. You remember him? Yeah.
Warnie Foster. I just remembered, but I don't remember hearing about a
He
shipping.
was the head of the shipping association.
Well, what was that for? To ship livestock?
Yeah, he looked at it. You'd bring them down, you wouldn't have to sell them, they separate or many as you wanted to, bring them down, ship them in.
Well, where would you take them
Farmers
to the stockyards here?
Yeah, here's the stuff.
And he'd take care of them, and what he'd load them on train or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
send them in.
Yeah.
Then you'd.
I belonged to that up there in DeKalb County, Waterman Shipping Association. I took them to McGurr, shipped them on the Northwestern.
Was that right?
They had a shipping association, called it the Waterman Shipping Association.
No, I'd never heard of that. I
never had?
didn't know they had that.
Yeah, you could just ship a few or as many as you wanted.
Yeah. And then you paid a certain commission, I suppose.
Yeah, you had to pay the commission.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So, well, let's see. We better get we get reminiscent here. I was going to ask about rubber tires. When did you get on rubber tires on the tractor? Then did you get them on that first day, or did you get a?
Yeah, I did later.
Did you have them changed on that, or what?
Yeah, I haven't changed.
How'd they do that anyway? Did you just get entirely new wheels, or what?
Well, yeah. Yeah, you'd have to get new ones. Well, you could cut off the rims, see? Alan Watts, my brother-in-law, bought a tractor one time in wartime there, and he couldn't get them on rubber. He got them on steel, and then he'd have to have it rims all cut off and put on rims, different rims for the tires, you know.
They cut the steel wheel off, then they weld
At the end of the spoke, see?
a rim.
Weld on a rim for tires, see?
And then they put the new, or put a rubber tire on it then, yeah.
1942, I don't know, in wartime there you couldn't, you had to get the tractor on steel and then later one the rubber.
You're lucky to get a tractor in those days too,
Yeah.
42 during the war.
37 it was hard to get them too.
Oh, it was?
Well, I had to go to, Bob Whiter and I had to go to Moline to find out if they'd let me in.
You had to go out there to get it.
Yeah. Carl Dennison wouldn't, he said he couldn't get me an international. So.
He was the international dealer, and
Well,
I seem to remember Forrest Huff.
Carl Dennison was just agent.
He was an agent.
For the,
Well,
Weber was
when was Forrest Huff in the John Deere? Now, he was a John Deere dealer for a year or two, wasn't he? Cause
that was before Bob.
Might have been before.
Yeah, it was before Bob.
I remember him telling me that he had sold the John Deere.
Well, his dad was coming in, and I guess he worked for him.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah.
That could be. Yeah.
That was before that.
And then during the war, you had this. Did you have the same tractor then during the war?
In 42?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, did you get more tractors then, or did you just have one, or?
Well, I had 4 tractors at last.
You had 4 tractors at last.
3 John Deere and the Ford tractor. Ford.
And when did you quit farming then? What year did you quit farming?
I moved to town and
Must have been about what?
well, I've been here 15 years. Yeah,
Well,
15 years ago.
About in the early 70s, 70,
19.
2 or 3 maybe?
71, I guess.
71, yeah. Did you have a farm sale then, or did you have a
Well,
sale
I
to
had
sell your
a couple
machinery?
years after that, I guess.
You sold your machinery at a farm sale and sold out?
Right.
Yeah. Who did you buy this house from?
From Charlotte Coons.
Charlotte Coons. Oh, and who'd you say built it? It's a beautiful home.
Tag Nielsen built. They lived here 8 years, and then Charlotte Coons lived here 4.
Tag is stonemason, or he does stonemason work.
Well, he's retired.
And carpenter work. Yeah, he used to. Yeah.
He don't know.
No, I don't suppose. No.
Howard does, but
Yeah.
Howard does.
Yeah. Well, I can't think of anything too much more, Herb. I might ask you about the churches, your church activities. What church did you go to in town?
Well, we joined the Presbyterian church right after we was married.
Presbyterian. You've always gone to the Presbyterian church. That's been.
My mother belongs to the Universalist church here.
Where was that?
You know where Dr. Fisher's office is?
Yes.
Right north of there.
Oh, on the corner.
Bob Harris's.
Bob Harris's corner there?
Yeah.
Oh, well now, did they tear that down to build the house, or
Yeah.
They would have almost
They tore
had
it
to.
down now.
You say who? Your mother? You say?
Belonged to the Universalist church.
Universalist church. Wonder what happened. Did people just
Well, there wasn't enough left, I guess. So.
not enough left to?
I don't believe there is any Universalists anymore, do you? I never saw.
I don't know of any around.
Never seen in the paper.
Well, it's been nice talking to you, Herb. Thanks for your help, and thanks for the
I
information.
haven't got anything to do anyway.
We'll probably think of some other things we'd like to send.